Hello and welcome to
Star 67 After Dark.
My name is Erica.
My name is Malaysia.
And this is where we say the shit that others won't.
And welcome to episode 1.
Okay, so starting off, obviously this is our first episode, so like bear with us. You know, shit gonna get better real soon, okay, quality wise, whatever. So let's like jump into it. I feel like we should talk about how we met.
Yeah, because that was pretty interesting.
Very unique, I feel like.
Yeah.
So this was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, because...
Which is wild.
We met exactly on your 20th birthday.
It was a couple days before.
Yeah.
So I was still 19.
Oh, yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So...
Damn.
I was working for a pharmacy.
And I was finishing pharmacy school, so I got my externship over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, kind of a brief background. I used to float for this one company, so I'd go to different stores every day, and so this was my first time being at this one store in a while. So I walk in, and I meet Malaysia, and I feel like I really didn't pay you any mind at first, because I'm kind of just like, I say to myself when I'm working.
Dude, when she walked in, I was like, this bitch is bad as fuck. Like, there's no way me and her are gonna get along. Like, no. Like, she's gonna fucking hate me. Yeah, I was scared. I was really scared. I was like, no.
I feel like everyone thinks that, but I really just, like, I'm such a, like, the type of person I am, I feel like there should be a clear line between work and play.
Yeah.
So I'm really, like, I don't...
You weren't walking in there trying to be like, oh,
like, let's be friends.
Yeah, like, you're there to work and make your money, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah. So, but it had to be like a Friday, huh?
It was a Friday.
It was a Friday.
Yeah.
And I don't know how, but I started talking to you about music, I feel like. Because I was like, oh, I'm about to have a birthday party. Well, I don't know if it was that night or the next night.
No, it was that same night.
Oh, that's
the
weird.
The same day that I met you, I went to your birthday party.
That's so weird, because I'm like, why
no,
would
it was the next night, because you had your birthday dinner first, and you invited me to that, and then
because I'm like, why would I have a birthday party on a Friday night?
Yeah, and then the following, that's when you said that it was the party, and I was like, hey, I can't make it to your birthday dinner, but I'll be at your party.
But I feel like it might have been the day of, because I was like, oh, damn, like, she actually showed up. I don't know. Either way. So it was actually a few days before my actual birthday, but I was having a party, because my birthday fell on, like, Monday.
Yeah.
Like, a weekday. And so I was talking to her about music, like, trying to make a playlist and shit, and then I was like... Well, and then so you was throwing some music at me, and we were making a playlist while at work.
Yes.
Because I feel like, wasn't it slow? Like, Fridays are usually slow.
It was so slow, because there wasn't a lot of patients, because they come mostly during, like, Monday.
The morning time, yeah. So, we were making a playlist at work, whatever, and I was like, oh, you know, you can come through if you want, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like it had maybe, I don't know, whatever. It was that night or the next night.
Yeah.
And you showed up with your husband and with your
My sister, yes.
And so I was throwing a party at a house that wasn't mine. It was like my mom's boyfriend's aunt's house or some shit. And it was a mess. And you guys helped me clean it up. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, these some real bitches. Like,
yes.
Because you, like, when I tell you it was a mess, like, it was just...
everywhere.
Like, oh my god.
There wasn't shit in there. It was just like...
I don't think it was a trap house, but like...
It wasn't.
Trap. Was it?
It had to have been a trap.
Because it was like not regular mess. It was just boxes and like crates and weird shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Anyways, we got that house cleaned hella quick. And
yes.
That was an interesting night.
That sure was.
Night... Well, see, you weren't around for this because by the time you guys left...
We left when everything was starting, pretty much. Like, everything was about to start to get cracking, and we were like, peace out, like, we out of here.
Yeah, and let me just say that night I ended up with my head in a bucket.
Yeah.
Because I was thrown up. Like, well, for one, we were taking shots of a lot of stuff, like tequila.
This bitch was mixing and decided to chug a whole bottle of fucking Hypnotic to herself.
Freshly cracked, like I cracked the seal and just chugged the whole thing. I often mix alcohols, like I'm pretty good at it. I'm not gonna say like, oh, you know what I mean? but I'm pretty good at it. So, you know, I was mixing or whatever. Why I decided, well, listen, an ex was there, but we weren't exes at the time.
Yeah.
And I was just in my feelings, like always. And so I feel like that, plus it was my birthday, so that, like, urged me to drink.
But also, this ex of hers decided to be a little fuckboy and not know manners and was doing some other shit and trying to be shady, and that's what caused her to be in her feelings. So she just wasn't in her feelings for, like, no reason, just because she felt like it. She had a reason to feel the way that she felt, and
yeah,
I think she handled it pretty well.
Well, okay, so this is he invited girls to my party, but didn't tell them that it was my party.
Didn't introduce and say, hey, this is my girlfriend, this is her birthday, this is so-and-so, like...
Yeah, well, we weren't... I don't know, we had such a weird relationship. We weren't dating, but we've been on and off for, like...
He still could have fucking introduced.
Yeah.
Because everyone, all of his friends knew about you knew...
I mean...
Vice versa,
yeah.
You know? So, what would have hurt for him to say, hey, this is Erica?
I knew those girls because we went to high school with them. But I just, you know what I mean? And it's like, you're coming into my party and you don't say hi to me. And I'm already like that type of girl that I'm like, if you're coming to my birthday party, you better give me a gift.
Yeah.
No, like, not even say hi, I need a gift. You feel me?
Yes.
Like, that's how extra I am.
But those girls, they came in not even trying to, like,
so I don't know if
communicate.
Yeah, but I don't know if you were there at this time, but I ended up getting belligerent. And so one of them ended up explaining why I had an attitude. And then one of them came to me and was like, oh, look, I didn't even know it was your party. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was
blah,
there.
Blah, blah. Yeah, and she came and apologized, one of them. And I was like, I was drunk. And I was like, oh, it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I was like, all right, whatever. No problem. But after you left, I don't know what it is with me, but I have a tendency to run after people barefoot while I'm drunk down the street.
No, because me and my sister were making some comments about the fact that her ex at the time was being like it was pretty much rude that they didn't like give like just a mutual like, hey, this is so and so, I invited them to your birthday party, you know, like just like communication. It's not that fucking hard. So we made comments and it pissed off Erica's ex, and so he ended up leaving, and that's when we were already in our car
so they didn't leave, they were leaving to go get food. So but they ended up coming back. So this is the thing, so
they were trying to make it seem like they were leaving, or
I don't know,
because I swear that they were like, I'm out, like I'm leaving. That's what I heard.
Well, no, they definitely came back because they left to go get food. So I just don't. I had already downed a whole bottle of Hypnotic at this time. She was fucked up
at this time.
So it was really all starting to hit me. And I was standing in a circle, and I was talking to some people, and I don't know. And then I seen him, and in my brain I just said, go after him. And I had no shoes on, so I ran through rocks.
I seen that, yes.
And down the street,
yes,
barefoot after him. And I don't know what I said to him. This was like over a year ago at this time. I had already had another birthday by this point, but
oh, we gotta talk about that birthday too.
yeah, we'll talk about that. So
what's up with you and your birthdays?
Girl, I like to act out on my birthdays. I'm like a huge.
Oh my god.
You know I'm hella into astrology, so I'm obviously hella into birthdays. Like, I feel like my birthday should be a national holiday. I'm gonna be honest. Like, my birthday
needs to be celebrated all throughout
worldwide.
The world. Yes.
Like, my birthday is very important to me, so I definitely like to show out, go out, and I have a whole attitude if my birthday does not go the way I plan it.
Yes.
Clearly, if you haven't noticed.
Yes. I can agree.
So, but yeah, so they ended up, I don't know, my cousin's friend ended up trying to steal my laptop that night.
I remember this bitch was on Facebook Live the whole time trying to get everyone.
Me?
No, your cousin.
Oh, the girls.
Yeah. She was on Facebook Live,
I was
and
like girl, I don't even have Facebook.
No, she was like trying to show our faces, and I was like, I don't know who you are. Don't be up in my face with the camera like that. Like, no.
So like, it was just a whole ass mess. A whole ass mess. Remember when we saw her or you saw her at work?
Yeah.
And she dipped out?
Yeah, I was like, hey, that's that one girl. And then you seen her and you're like, it is. And the next thing you know, she was just out of the lobby.
She dipped out, yeah. So,
that was funny.
But yeah, anyways, I don't know. Everyone ended up leaving, and then I ended up throwing up. My friend Veronica, shout out Veronica, I love her to death. She ended up throwing up in the hallway. My mom had to clean that up. I think, my mom cleaned it up. And then my mom brought me a bucket, and I was just head in the bucket, just bleh, bleh. And the thing with me is, like, I don't black out really. Like, I'll forget pieces, but I really don't fully black out.
Yeah.
And so the whole time, like, my eyes were closed, like, I didn't have any body functions, but my brain was still working.
Yeah.
And so I was hearing everything they're saying, and I just remember they're like, wow, how can she be so pretty throwing up? And she was like, her eyelashes are on and everything. And I was like, damn.
Thank you.
But I ended up dumping that bucket of throw up onto my friend Veronica.
Yeah, you told me about that.
And she's such a G, like, didn't get mad at me, and, like, I don't know. Because if somebody did that, I'd be like, well, I don't know. If it was my friend, I probably wouldn't be mad, and me and Veronica are friends. But if it was some random girl, I'd be, like, trying to fight her.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
I ended up not even being able to leave my own party. And I had a designated driver to take me home, but I just would not get up. So, I woke up the next day, and with shorts halfway up my thighs, like... So, and then woke up and no one was around, and I was just like, what the fuck? So, I guess my mom had tried to put shorts, because I was wearing a skirt that night. My mom had tried to put shorts on me, and I, like, wouldn't let her, or she just, like, couldn't, and I was like, wow, yeah. So, that was that birthday.
Yeah.
I woke up still drunk.
I bet.
Yeah, it was wild. It was fun, though. Like, looking back on it.
Oh, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
All the bullshit, though, like, looking back on it, I was like, oh, that was a good time. Like,
oh, yeah.
So, it was fun, though. Like, people showed out for that. That was cool. We played.
Yeah.
That was when I was like, oh, I became, like, obsessed with your sister. Because I was like, she was fun.
Yeah.
She ripped her pants that night.
Yes. You guys hit it off so well.
Yeah, we were all dancing. But it was just, like, hella crazy to me. Because I was like, damn, I just met these girls. And they were like, oh, I'll clean up. And I was like, oh, these some real bitches. Like, you know what I mean? And, I mean, hey, now we're here.
I know.
So, hey, you know.
That's crazy. It feels like I've known Erica for, like, way longer. Just by, like...
Yeah.
You would, like... I feel like we've hung out, like, a handful of times. Well, recently we've been hanging out a lot. Yeah. But, like, before that, it was sort of, like, just because, like, I have a kid. I have a son who's 1 year old. So it's been hard for our schedules to, like... actually do shit.
But there's those type of friends, and I have other friends that are like that. Like, my one friend who lives in California, it doesn't matter how long we go without talking or not seeing each other. When we link up, like, we're still, I got girl, ooh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like you just have those type of friends where it doesn't, I seen a mug yesterday that said it was like, true friends are like stars. You don't always see them, but you know they're there.
Yeah.
It's like that type of thing. It's like...
It's just weird how we clicked.
Yeah. Like. And, I mean, shit. The way me and my friends have gone lately, I've ended friendships that were 10 plus years long, two of them, within the last few months. So, I'm kind of like...
Obviously, that shit don't matter.
For real.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I keep my circle small. A little too small, to be honest. Because, yeah, hugging myself. That's how small my circle is. But, yeah, so that's how we met.
Yeah.
And we have definitely had some experiences since then.
Oh, yeah.
Should we jump into my last birthday?
I feel like we should save that. It needs its own fucking, like... Because it wasn't just, like, one day. We were in Vegas.
We all took a trip to... Me and... her and some other people, we all took a trip to Vegas for my birthday this past April.
So that's multiple days we gotta talk through and like...
It was... And I feel like we still haven't even talked about that day.
No, we have not. So, yeah, that deserves its own episode of itself just so we can like break shit down and like...
Yeah, analyze.
Yes,
because that was a whole fucking shit show.
It was fun.
It was, it's another one of those things, like, a lot of shit happened, like, bad shit happened, but
it was
looking
so
back on it,
fun.
It was so fun.
Like, I
was
would
like,
do that shit again. Yeah, like, it was fun. Especially just me and you, I feel like.
Yeah, we were, I mean,
despite the bullshit we had to, like, sort of do our own thing, and it was just like,
even though I feel like the best night that we had was when we all went out together to that one to Hakkasan.
Yeah,
that was like, I feel like the best night because everyone was getting along until we went and to get food after. But we'll save that.
But
anyways,
that was fun.
It was fun. We'll talk about that later because that was so I don't know. Give them a background about yourself. I know you already like mentioned you have a son and shit, but just go into it more. Just
Okay, so do we gotta give like? Well, we're into astrology. That's
true.
So I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn Aquarius cusp. I was born January 19th. I'm 23 years old. Yeah, I'm a mom. I have a 1-year-old son. I am married. I've been married for 3 years? Yeah, 3 years now. Bitch, it's hard. I don't know. I don't know who I am.
To be honest.
Yeah, so I've been married for 3 years now. Yeah, I guess I'm a like, I don't know. I feel like I lately like, I don't even know what to say, honestly. You got me with that. I hate the whole, especially when you're doing job interviews.
Explain yourself in 3 words.
Or give us a reason why you think you qualify for this position. Like, bitch, I need the money. Like, that's it. Like,
to be honest.
What else do you want me to say?
Okay, I'll go.
Yeah.
So, I'm hella into astrology, too. I'm an Aries.
Yes.
Fire sign.
Through and motherfucking through.
Yes, I'm sure you guys will start to see that very soon.
Yes.
Born April 3rd, the best day of the year.
This
clearly.
Bitch. World holiday.
National holiday. And I never tell my people my age, but I'm 21, whatever. I don't know why. I used to never tell people my age. I used to like, and now that I'm over, I used to always lie and say I was 18 when I was like 16. Mm-hmm. Now that I'm over 18, I wish I could lie and say I'm 18.
Yeah.
Because I'm like paranoid about getting old.
Don't be.
I don't, girl.
I mean, I'm paranoid too, but you get better with age.
If I'm like one, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So I've only ever worked in a pharmacy until recently. I just changed careers. Now I'm a mentor and behavioral health coach, which is stupid that somebody's paying me to mentor people because I'm not qualified for the job. I'm gonna just be honest. Like, I need a behavioral health coach, let me be honest, because my ass does not know how to act. And yeah, now I'm like, I fucking don't want to work for anyone else anymore. That's why we're starting this and starting some other shit that you'll see soon. Yeah, I hate describing myself.
Same.
I'm a loser.
So fucking hard.
I'm lame. I'm a dumb bitch at times. I'm a little crazy.
No. Okay, well, yeah. But this bitch is also very determined, very hardworking, very motherfucking loyal.
Oh, wow.
Very loyal.
Damn, that hit my heart.
So don't let all these other fucking sayings that she's saying.
I appreciate that. I mean, shit, you were down ass bitch. Like, after Vegas, I was like, damn. I was like, damn. Hell yeah, like, I don't know, looking at you, I was like, you could do the whole mom thing and shit. Like, that's cool. I envy that, because I'm like,
that shit's hard. Don't let that shit fool you. It's hard.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I got a taste of it, but
no, you got a taste of it.
And that shit was like, I don't know, I got real comfortable with that. It became my life, so I really got comfortable with the idea of like, I mean, we always had a child around us. Like, I didn't go out on the weekends because
of that child.
I was like, he would wake us up so fucking early, but I'm not a morning person.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, and I will like kill you if you wake me up out of my sleep.
Yes.
Like, everyone knows that, but I don't know, this little kid, I was like, I didn't mind. Mm-hmm. Like, he would crawl into bed with us as a kid. Anyways, I'm currently going through a little situation. Yes. I was talking to this guy who had a kid, that's who I'm referring to, and now I don't know.
Ghostbusters!
That's our nickname for him. That's always been our nickname for him. Not recently, like
Oh,
from the
yeah.
beginning. Because it's like, Ghostbusters, who you gonna call? Like, you call him because he can do anything and everything. He does anything and everything.
He got multiple businesses. Let's just say that.
He's a Renaissance man.
Yes.
So
if you have money, he'll be there to take it.
Exactly.
He'll find some way for you to pay him.
If you have the money, he can provide a multitude of services.
Yes.
I was like, let me shout out his business, but hell no. I mean, I would, but anyways, I don't know. Hopefully that situation gets resolved soon. I feel like we'll save that.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole nother fucking...
There's a lot.
...episode. My life is a lot, okay?
Yes.
I swear I don't like drama. I really don't, but somehow drama does follow me low-key, but it makes life interesting. It does. The way she just looked at me right now, like, bitch, really?
I don't even know what to say. Yeah, she always got... I mean, I have stories, but I feel like I'm just more like... I am a very private person to an extent. I prefer, like...
I just chugged my glass of wine.
Yes, she did.
That I mixed energy drink into because...
Was that even good?
It was different.
Yeah.
We have red wine, and I just mixed it with...
The Sourhead Bang.
A Sourhead Bang. Because I had problems. But, anyways...
Yeah.
I feel like I low-key have OCD. I'm not OCD. I mean, I do have OCD, but I think I have ADD.
Yeah. No? Yeah, okay. You might.
I might. I don't know. I forget easily. We were talking about...
I read this thing that said when you're going through... Oh, sorry. When you're going through, like any type of mental like health, like if you're going through a manic episode, like when you're depressive or like shit like that, that your brain can naturally like block out those memories. Like well shit, let's jump into it. So I have really bad PTSD. That explains your gaps of memories.
No, I know this is why.
Yeah.
So I analyze myself all the fucking time, okay? So, because I have really bad PTSD, my brain will naturally block out those traumatic times in my life.
Yeah.
But this is the thing. My dumbass brain, my whole life must be traumatic because I don't remember shit. I don't remember anything.
No.
So my brain blocks out everything. That's why I'm like, my whole life must be traumatic.
See, I don't remember up until I was like, how old? Like around 15 or 16, like before then it's just sort of like spurts,
like,
but I can't vividly remember like anything.
So, girl, I can't even remember.
But I did a lot of drugs, so I think that has something to do with it.
I didn't do a lot of drugs. I just have really bad PTSD. I really didn't do any drugs.
Yeah.
I just have really bad PTSD. Like, I didn't know today was Wednesday. I thought today was Tuesday. Like, I can't remember Monday at all. Like, that's how bad my PTSD is.
Damn.
And speaking of going through this, I'm not going to say breakup, but because we weren't officially, it was confusing.
Yeah.
But going through the situation, the way my brain handles stuff like this is it'll start to delete him out. Like, he's not a real person. Like, I just made him up. Even though I have pictures and videos.
Yeah,
and
it's all fictional.
My brain makes me believe that he was a character I made up.
Yeah.
And it's like that for all guys that I've ever messed with.
Yeah.
And it's so wild that this happens. Because then, I guess it's like a way, obviously, it's a way for me to, like, hurt less when I disassociate and I don't categorize that person as a real person.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
you're not associating those feelings.
Yeah,
like real
it's a
feelings.
fictional character, but you just made that up in your head.
Yeah. That's crazy. That reminds me of what we were talking about that one time when you went to go get your tattoos on the way back here. How we were saying, like throughout our childhood, how we have gone through, like, traumatic ass shit. Like, how it has shaped us and, like,
who we are today.
Yeah, how you're saying you having extreme, like, PTSD, how, like, that has caused you to come up with a way of coping with these emotions because you don't have to deal with those feelings. You know, like, that's fucking insane.
No, so the example that I brought up is I have a really big fear of rejection.
Yeah.
And I always wondered where this stemmed from, and I sat and I thought about it, and I believe I have come up with the answer.
Yeah.
And so back in kindergarten, girl, oh my god, back in kindergarten,
You remember this.
Girl, right? This is one of the things I remember. But, so back in kindergarten, I liked this guy. I believe he was in 2nd grade, because he was in the same grade as my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked him, and oh my girl, I just had another, I'm puzzling it together. Okay, so he was a black guy, right?
Yes.
You know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
Okay, so
my face, I was like,
okay, so it was Valentine's Day, and so I had brought him something for Valentine's Day, and was like, oh, like, I'm in kindergarten, I'm like, do you want to be my Valentine, whatever? And he said, and I asked in front of everyone, like, I was bold, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he said no, and I'm like, and ever since then, I've never gone after a guy unless they already showed interest in me, because I'm like, oh, I don't want that fear of rejection.
Yeah.
And that's also probably why I don't like black guys.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. I just connected all the pieces.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? Well,
Yes.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't like black guys, but I mean, I don't, even though I've messed with, like, 1, maybe 2. Like, they're all half, the other ones are, like, half black, but only, like, 1 through and through, dark skin, only 1.
Yeah.
So, but, like, stuff like that, because I had a really, like, we had traumatic childhoods, which we'll get into, you know, in later episodes, but, yeah, like, I really try to, listen, I don't have the time or the money right now to go to a counselor, so I really have to diagnose myself and analyze myself. So that's one of the things I came up with, like, probably, like, a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, oh, like, I don't really, like, now I try to tell people how I feel, just because, like, I know it's so cliche, but communication really is everything. It makes a difference. So, like, out the gate, I tell people, listen, I'm bipolar, I'm OCD, I have this, this, and this, and that, and I'm, you know what I mean, I'm crazy, but I notice that I often mess with, date, whatever, guys that I've already known for long periods of time, so it's easier for me, because I don't have to explain to them why I act a certain way. They kind of already know. Yeah.
You're not having to go through that phase of, like, fucked you up, huh?
No, I'm not drunk.
No, but, like, it, like,
my throat, I'm like, I need some water.
Yes.
But,
that'd
be funny if you could hear me swallow.
We're gonna do an ASMR episode where we're just gonna whisper to you guys.
Yeah, I'm so afraid to go back and edit this, because I'm like, damn, I have to listen to my voice.
It's gonna be fine.
Because I feel like I sound like a man.
No, you do not.
And my voice is hella annoying. Like, I have this really big pet peeve, and anyone who knows this, like, do not play my Snapchats in front of me.
Oh, yeah, you said because you don't like hearing your voice.
I literally will reach over and swipe out of it, close out the app.
But the funny thing is like, most of your snaps are either you out at the club showing that, or, like, you talking to the camera, and then you even made that comment, you're like, surprise bitches, look at what I'm doing now.
Okay, so this is the thing. So I don't even know if you followed me on Snapchat then, but I used to tell hella stories on Snapchat. But this is when I was wildin', and I used to get myself into a lot of shit. I didn't follow you then. And so even people are like, dude, you should fucking, like, make a private Snapchat, but, like, just of, like, stories, and, like, sell it. Like, you should not be giving away this content for free. And then I was like, well, here you go. I'm just gonna make a fucking podcast.
Yeah.
And I stopped. The thing is, like, people are like, I thought it was annoying, but people would be like, oh, I, like, listen, whenever I see you post something, like, I make sure to put headphones on and, like, pay attention. Yeah. And I'm like, a lot of people have said that to me, and I was like, really? Like, I'm annoying. Like, I know I'm annoying.
It's entertaining. Because, like, I don't know why you don't like your voice, because as soon as, like, I introduced you to my sister, and, like, at your birthday party, we all hung out, so I keep tapping the table.
You're good.
I had made a comment, I was like, I love her voice, and she was like, yes, like,
really?
Yeah, like, we love your voice, and, like, just hearing you, like, tell stories, like,
yeah,
it just captivates you, I feel like.
Well, shit, I don't know, I feel like my voice is so annoying. I'm like, how do guys listen to me? Because I'm like,
I have a high-pitched voice, like,
I feel like I have such a deep, manly voice, where it sounds like something's in my throat at all times. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm just a mess. I'm just a fucking mess, dude. But whatever. I'm just like, that's such another thing. I really genuinely, I'm like, how do people like me? Like, I'm not, it's so weird, like, I'm not, this is another one, like, my bipolar things, whatever, and I have borderline personality disorder, so, but,
the meme of them when they're crying, and they're like,
with the peace signs, like, what's up? I'm like, I'm not self-conscious, but I am.
Yeah, I'm extremely self-conscious. I know I am.
But the thing is I'll be like, damn, like, ain't no bitch can touch me. But at the same time,
you got bad bitch energy. That's so weird for you to say that, because she'll come out like, bitch, I'm gonna wear heels today, and I'm like, oh, okay, like, let's do it then. Like, I got you, like.
But at the same time, I'm like, I'll be like, damn, why does anyone ever talk to me, or why do you guys come after me, or like, I don't even think, like, my looks are, like, that good or anything, the way she's looking at me right now, but I'm just, like, and then they'll get to know me, and they'll still talk to me, and I'll be like, dude, you're the crazy one, because I get annoyed by, imagine I'm stuck in my body 24/7, and I fucking hate it, because I'm like, bitch, you're so annoying, like, shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Like, I swear to God, it's just, it's a mess. Like, I'm just like, can I exit my body sometimes? Like, I don't know. Let me exit my body for a minute and then see if I miss it. Like, I don't even know if I'll miss myself, I'm gonna be honest. Because I'm just like, ew, you're just so fucking annoying. I don't
think
know.
that's like, I feel like that sometimes too. I think that's
maybe
just our own, like
that.
self.
Yeah. Or like when a guy's like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. And I'm like,
nigga, where?
For real, I'm like, what are you, who looking around and shit, who are you looking at? Because I know you're not looking at me. Because I'm like, especially the last one, like, in the morning, like, I was like, I haven't even brushed my teeth yet.
Right.
Like, but this is the thing now, I have such high expectations because of him, so I guess that's, like, a good thing. And, because I'm like, if you do not fully make out with me in the morning before I brush my teeth, you are not a real one.
True.
You know what I mean?
That's a real one. Because if my man even tries in the middle of the night, coming towards my face, breathing on me, I'm like,
hell yeah. And I was like, ugh. But we were so, with him, because he was so affectionate, and I'm not. Like, if you know me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm like, don't touch me, don't look at me. Why are you staring at me? Like, if you look at me for more than 2 seconds, I'm like, why are you staring at me?
Yeah. And
I would still say that to him. I'm like, what are you looking at? Why are you looking at me? Like, and I think I get paranoid like that because I'm like, I don't want you to look at me for too long, because then you might be like, damn, this bitch is ugly. Like, let me get the fuck out of here.
Are you looking at me? Like what's going on?
But, bitch, I forgot what the fuck I was going on. But, I don't know, he gave me pretty high expectations, I guess. Because, I don't know, I was like, you know that stupid ass saying, everyone comes into your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime?
Yeah.
And so everyone's like, well, maybe it's just, like, for a reason.
You're like, no, bitch.
No, bitch, it's a lifetime. I'm just kidding.
I come up with that explanation, so that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, like, I determine, you don't. And this is why I'm crazy, and I fucking, oh my God. I be trying to tell people, and they're just like, oh no, and then they see my behaviors later down the road, and I'm like, I warned you.
Yeah.
Like, you
can't say that I didn't warn you, because...
Yeah, like, because with him, he was talking about an ex, and how she was crazy, and I was like, I'm crazy. And he's like, no, like, she was crazy, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm crazy. And he was like, no, and I was like, alright. Alright.
You got fair warning.
For real. And then now he's like, probably fucking hates me. He doesn't hate me.
No. I don't think it was him like that.
Yeah. We're gonna have to get
We've
into
already
that.
discussed this.
Yeah, because we're trying to figure out. We don't have to talk about this on another episode, because we're really trying to play in fucking Inspector Gadget and shit.
Yes, and
trying to
look over the whole situation.
I feel like we need to get a bulletin board with the fucking pins and put yarn to shit, connecting dots and
we'll
shit.
We'll put it on this while we're here. It'll be perfect.
For real. Because, like, I just can never have a regular ass relationship. Like, there always has to be something shit.
Yeah.
But, like, not necessarily
regular.
Yeah, it's
not regular, like,
because I'm not a regular bitch.
Yeah.
Like with me, you're just, it's not necessarily drama, but I feel like it makes it life interesting.
Yeah.
Because there's so many times where I'm like, oh, I should just settle down with like a regular Joe Schmo. Like there's this guy, which is funny, well, because he came back too, but he's like square, like a straight up square. Like he drinks sometimes and he smokes sometimes, but he's like 9 years older, 8 or 9 years older than me. Like I think he's like probably 29 or 28 by now. And I would fully have my life taken care of. But
that's not what's in the books for Erica at all.
I just feel like I'd get bored and cheat.
At least you're honest, though.
But he's creepy too, dude. That's a whole nother fucking combo.
I want to know.
We'll talk about. Actually, fuck it. We'll talk about it. I posted this story
a while ago on your Snap,
like a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And so I met this guy on Tinder probably like maybe 2 years ago. And
bitch! This whole time I'm thinking it's the north of the border dude.
Oh, the Canada?
Yeah.
He doesn't... Okay, so we're gonna have nicknames for everybody, because I don't need nobody suing me, or I don't need somebody being like, coming up to me and like, oh, whatever.
You talking about so-and-so? Like,
yeah.
No.
So, that guy, we're just gonna call him Canada.
Okay,
that's his name. But
fine.
no, that's not the guy.
Okay.
So, this other guy, we're just gonna call him Creepy, because he's fucking creepy.
Creepy.
So, and he square. I don't know what we should call him. But
Does he got money?
Let me get to the story.
Okay.
So I met him on Tinder like a couple years ago, and I went on a couple dates with him, and he was okay, but he was just so boring. I don't want to call him vanilla because I like vanilla because that's like my favorite flavor, but he was just boring.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing really to him, but I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, maybe I was just bored, and that's why I really like hung out with him, and I don't know, like, he just became too clingy, and so I stopped talking. I would go through periods of where I just, like, won't text him back. You know who I'm talking about.
No, but what if he was one of those incel dudes, what we just watched? You know, like...
Yeah, we'll get into incels, because I didn't even know that was a thing or a word. Well, I knew it was a thing, but I didn't know there was a word attached to it. Anyways, we'll explain what incels are at the end of this. I don't think so, because, like, he's talked about, like, certain, like, his ex-girlfriend or whatever, which is... That's like a no-no, right? Like, you're not supposed to talk about your exes with the person you're currently with, right? I've always
to an extent. I feel like if you shouldn't be talking about them constantly. If a situation comes up and they do come up, like in a regular conversation, but if it's a day-to-day thing where you're obsessing over this person and they're...
Yeah, what are you doing? Where are you going? What you doing? What you doing?
Yeah, like if they're like straight up trying to like talk about their ex in every fucking second of their life, like, no, you need to go see a therapist. And to the listeners, I know there's a specific listener gonna be listening to this. Girl
with the tapping.
Sorry.
She is very excited. Okay?
Just remember, if you are in a relationship with someone and, oh my god, and you are constantly needing to make their ex relevant in your current relationship, seek help and
seek help, please.
Try not to make your relationship revolve around someone who does not give a fuck about you in their day-to-day life, because I guarantee you they're still going to sleep, they're still making their money, they're still living
their best.
Exactly.
Without you.
Just remember that as a self-help tip to love yourself.
Now, I kind of know the situation she's talking about, but not really, and...
Go on with yours, with,
anyways.
The dude, Tinder. Vanilla.
So, I feel like, I don't know what we should call him. We're gonna have to think of a name. Anyways, so... Yeah, he's not an... What is it? Incest? Not incest. Incest.
I hope he's not. I really hope he's not. Because that'd be scary.
Right? And so, no, because he's talked about, like, his exes or whatever. He was, like, he still is super into me, but he would just get, like, too clingy, and so I'd stop texting him back. And then, he'll hit me up, and then I'll finally respond when I'm bored. Like, he was literally just, like, from when I was bored.
Yeah.
And he was, like, a yes man.
Oh, so, okay.
Anything I wanted. Like, one time, he brought me the wine that you got, the size you got, those big-ass bottles, he bought 2.
Oh, damn.
Just, like, at my command. But then I, like, started to feel bad because I was like, damn, like, I can't use people like that. Like, this, and I don't know. despite what people may think, like I really
that
just
could
can't.
have definitely been a sugar daddy.
See, and my old best friend, she used to say, "Oh, he's husband material. He's husband material." Anyways, I stopped talking to him because he's fucking creepy and let me just make this loud and clear. I don't know about other bitches. I know I've heard very different opinions on this, but do not send me a fucking dick pic unless I ask for it, which I will never ask for it. Okay? Do not send me that shit out of nowhere, because most of the time I'm at work and I can't afford to have fucking random dicks popping up on my screen. 1, 2, that's fucking disgusting. They call it bumping uglies for a reason, because fucking penises are ugly and vaginas are ugly. And do not ask me, oh, let me get a pic. Like, if you want a pic, you can go look at my Instagram. I'm not over here sending crotch shots and nothing. Unless we're married, that's different. Then I'm like, okay, I'll send a little, you know what I mean? Do not ask me, oh, send pics. That is so fucking
especially
childish.
If you're not fucking paying for them, like.
Exactly. Do you want to pay for them?
Yeah.
Because I gotta go and rate.
You better offer some money, because
3 pics for $100. What's up?
Yes.
Like, I just hate that. Anyways, he was creepy in that way. Like, just whatever. So fast forward, like this retrograde is kicking my motherfucking ass. We'll get into that later. But part of the retrograde is exes start to pop up. So, and I was also talking to someone, and so I feel like whenever you're talking to someone, that's when people like to hella hit you up.
Oh yeah.
And we weren't, like, I would post them on my story all the time, so it wasn't a fucking secret that I was with someone. And they just, oh my god, people just coming out the woodworks. People I haven't talked to in months, 2 years I haven't talked to one of these people, and they just popped up out of nowhere.
Like, hey, how you doing?
I was just like, oh hell. Anyway, but this current retrograde that we're in, which needs to fucking stop, it's over on the 31st, so we only got a few more days. And I'm counting down the days.
Same.
So, he popped up and called me. I answered for what reason, I don't know. And I entertained it. And I should grab my other phone because I recorded the conversation because...
Oh my god.
I'm crazy like that. Anyways, long story short, he was just like, I'm in a financially shitty situation right now, and I've been in a really bad fucking situation because I'm reckless as fuck. So, and he was just like, pretty much, he would pay my bills, he would move in and pay the rent, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, I was like, I am talking to someone right now, and he was like, I didn't know you wanted...
I seen that.
You seen it, yeah.
Yes.
He was like, I didn't know you wanted a relationship. I've definitely been wanting a relationship with you for the longest time. And I was like, honey, I didn't want a relationship. It just happened. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And he was just like, well, don't worry. He said, he's like, don't worry about my feelings. I can put my feelings to the side. And I was like, it's not fair to do that to you. And that's when he was like, don't worry about my feelings. And I was like, well, I could never do that to, like, the other person. Yeah. And he was like, well, that's something you need to think about, blah, 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 but...
I remember that. Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was just like, you're fucking psycho. Anyways, I stopped hitting him back. And he called me this weekend. He texted me, like, last week and was like, oh, like, what are you up to? And I was just, like, depressed because I was going through the situation with the...
Yeah,
so and he was like, I don't know. He's just fucking crazy, dude. But... Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't even know why I brought up the situation. This is how fucked up my memory is. Like, I literally can't
I forgot too.
Like, I can't even remember what the fuck I was talking about 10 minutes ago. But, yeah, so, people are just fucking crazy, man. And,
honestly, truly.
But the thing is like, I just, like, could not, like, I've never kissed him. I've never, like, he's just disgusting to me. I'm gonna be honest.
In the nicest way possible.
He's just fucking disgusting to me, and I just, like, can't even try to fake it. Yeah. And, like, it was cool. Like, I was bored, I'll be honest. And but I'm like, he called me this past week and I didn't answer because, he said something when he hit me up last week. He was like, oh, I can get your mom, like, distract you, and said something hella sexual, and I was just, like, disgusted.
Like,
yeah, I was like, and I didn't respond. And he called me this past weekend and I didn't answer. Like, I straight, like, blocked.
Ignore.
Yeah. And anyone concerned for my safety, he does not know where I live. He doesn't even have my real phone number.
Oh, okay.
Because I have that texting app. Shout out to that texting app. He has that number.
Oh, okay.
But there was one time.
So you protected yourself to make sure, because you already knew.
Oh, we'll get into why I have a texting app probably in another episode, because I have a whole history. But
Yes.
So it's 555. Do you know what that means?
No.
So whenever you see repeated numbers, like 111 up to 999, whatever, all of those numbers, they're called angel numbers.
Oh, okay.
And they all
that
mean
makes sense.
something. So 555 means change is coming. So
see, I've looked into some numbers, but not
all of them.
Yeah, so I don't really know, like,
I can send
I'm
you
not
a
really
picture.
educated on it. Yeah,
I can send you a picture because I have them, because there's no way I can remember any of them.
Mm-hmm.
But so like 111, it says follow you're on the right path. 222, right place, right time. 333 is mind, body, soul. Mind, body, spirit, or soul, whatever. 444 is protection. Like your spiritual guides are protecting you. 555, change is coming. 666 is rethink it and ask yourself what you're doing wrong. 777 is release all fear, be strong at heart, look forward to the future. 888 is balance your harmony with the universe, and thoughts and actions are in harmony, whatever, when you see that number. 999 is time to start a new journey, wrap up loose ends, let go of what does not serve you, and prepare for the next level.
Ooh.
So I'll send that to you right now.
Yeah.
So I'm hella into, I don't know if it's too soon to jump into like religion, but I'll just like talk about it. Like, I'm not a religious person at all.
Oh yeah, same.
I grew up Catholic.
Same.
Like, going to Mass on Sundays. Mass was in Spanish, like, that whole thing.
See, I went to the Catholic school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, no, I didn't do that. But, like, I didn't do my classes, so I didn't have a quince.
Oh, okay.
Because my grandma was like, you have to, if you want a quince, you have to do
yeah,
classes. And
all
I was
that
like,
shit.
Hell no. Oh, we need to talk about our race, too. I feel like that's a big thing. We'll get into that.
Bitch, yes, that will explain a lot.
Oh, yeah, it'll explain our fucking life. That should have been part of our fucking backgrounds at the beginning. We're so all over the place. Listen, we are just starting out. We did not do a practice run because...
It was even hard setting up the fucking microphone.
Because
it was just
I'm
bad.
remedial and I forgot how to set up the fucking microphones. Anyways, and then when I moved to the black side of my family, they went to Baptist, and I completely didn't fucking believe in what they believed in.
Yeah.
And now that I'm older and I can think for myself, like, I'm just not a religious person. I am more of a logical thinker, and I do have more, like, follow more of, like, a science background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of things. But, like, I don't know, like, I believe in things that are real. Like, I have to see it to believe it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's kind of why I feel like that stems from a lot of stuff. Like, I've never, like, grown up around love.
Yeah.
Like, and so that's why, or, like, affection, really. Even though my mom always is like, she always tells me, she's like, you act like you were a dumpster baby. Like, you were loved as a child. Because I just, like, even, like, I don't know, it's weird. Like, I don't really like touching people. It's fucking weird. I don't know what's wrong with me. But, like, I believe in things that, like, I can see. That's, like, the easiest way to put it. So, but, like, I got into astrology and numerology and all this other shit. I almost said Scientology.
I hope not. I really hope not. Because so I'm gonna be out the fucking door like, peace out, Erica. It was nice knowing you. I'm not involved in cults. Sorry.
Not Scientology. Ooh, we'll get into cults too. Not Scientology, I promise. But I got into that because, like, astrology, numerology, I almost said it again. Because, like, I wanted to learn more about myself. And because I was clearly very lost as a child. But it's because, like, you know, the people that I grew up with, like, I grew up, like, in middle school, going into high school, grew up with my dad's side of the family, and they were very, like, I mean, shit's cool between us now, but, like, they really wanted me to be how they wanted to be. And didn't allow me to express myself or be a free thinker.
Yeah.
And so, by the time I got into high school, I transitioned, which we'll talk about that transition, because that was just a fucking crazy time in my life. I then started living with my mom's dad. And, you know, he's older, and, I mean, it's not like he didn't give a fuck. He gave a fuck, but I was able to wear makeup. And
you were able to express yourself more and
do shit
for yourself.
Think for myself. And he was into astrology and numerology, so I feel like maybe that kind of had a hand in it. But he, like, knew about it and was knowledgeable about it, but I really, like, dove into it myself. And for those who don't believe in astrology, it's more than fucking horoscopes and shit. Like,
yeah.
Whatever.
But
so
the thing I don't get is, like, why do people always say, like, oh, astrology is just a bunch of bullshit? Like, the stars and all, like, I'm sorry, but there is no way you can say that the way that the planets were aligned when you were born into this fucking realm or whatever, like, had an effect on
True.
like, who you are. Like,
no,
it's not like saying, like, oh, you're a Leo or you're a Sagittarius, you're this specific way. Yeah, it's like, it's so much more, because you could be born 5 minutes after someone and you guys could both be the same sign, but you guys can have way different, like,
charts.
Yeah, so it's just like, no, I don't know.
But it makes, like, it was a way, yeah, fucking completely. So, like, it was a way for me to understand why I acted a certain way. And of course, and my grandfather always says this, there's one thing religion, astrology, nothing will never have, and that is free fucking will.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the way the planets and the moon and the fucking stars and stuff were aligned when I was born have something to do with it, but also, yes, the way I was raised and the influences and whatever.
Affected you as well.
Yeah, but, so, like, I know that I'm hella sensitive. So, Aries are low-key, like, so, they're the head of the astrology signs. Like, number one, we're number one. Don't get it twisted. We come first. Look it up. Anyways, so we're controlled by the head, right? The first thing on the body.
Yes.
And that's why Aries are more prone to get headaches, which, ooh, man, I've had really bad migraines forever.
Yes.
But whatever.
I remember, didn't you get on medication for it?
Yeah, I used to be on so many meds, and then, oh my god, I remember I was on these one meds, and I literally was dumb. And I was like...
You told me about that. You told me, okay.
Yeah, because I was like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, if you think I'm bad now, like, not remembering, I was really bad on this meds.
Dude, I felt bad laughing when you told me that, but I was like, is she being serious? Like, I feel like she's fucking with me right now.
No, I mean, I don't know if it was spironolactone or... I was on so many meds.
Didn't it say that that was one of the...
Yeah, so I was, like, trying to figure out everything in the fucking universe. Like, I was like, what is going on with me? I was like, well, I cannot... Like, I would just, like, it was like nothing was upstairs, dude. Nothing was upstairs. And so I finally read the side effects of the medication, and it said slowed thoughts and delayed something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck no, and I stopped taking that shit immediately. And I was like, fuck this, I'd rather have headaches and be dumb. Like, I would forget what the fuck I was saying mid-sentence, which I already do, but it was really bad.
They're just looking at you like...
Yeah, and I think I was, like, in high school, I think, at this point, so it was really bad.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the last thing I need right now.
That's funny.
But...
Well, it's not funny, but it's funny.
Yeah, and so, but, again, Aries are really aggressive. I love that I remembered what I was talking about and was able to jump back on track, like, pat in the back to me.
Yes.
But, Aries are really aggressive, and I see why I'm, like, aggressive, but low-key sensitive. I have a Cancer and moon. What the fuck? My moon is in Cancer.
Yes.
And I swear I'm not fucking what is it? Where you reach it backwards?
Dyslexic.
Yeah, I'm not dyslexic. I'm just stupid, okay? So, and I'm sorry for all the Cancer people out there, but I just don't like you guys. You're too fucking sensitive for me.
Dude, I talked to a Cancer when I was in high school.
I dated a Cancer while I was in high school.
Dude,
and I was like,
he was
no.
fucking delusional.
Yup.
Delusional.
Yup.
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
And I would hurt your feelings. I would hurt your feelings. And I cannot take it. I can't take people crying. Like I said, I'm not a very affectionate person, and I don't try to be this way. That's why I'm scared to have kids. Honestly, because if my kid cries, I'm gonna look like you was a dumb bitch.
Dude,
what are you crying for?
I know.
It's hard. That's why I'm like so scared to have kids. Like there's a laundry list of reasons why I'm scared to have kids, but that's one of them. Yeah, and it's like it's hard. So yeah, and I'm like, okay, so that's another reason why I'm so fucking emotional. It's because my fucking moon is in Cancer. Like, it's just a lot, and I just read an astrology book the other day, and this one was more based on numerology and stars, which I'm not into stars a lot, but I'm trying to get into it, like, you know, learn more or whatever. And it's just, like, crazy, like, learning your life number and shit like that. And so I think they said, like, your life number is you add up your month, day, and year.
Oh, okay.
And then, so my life number or something like that is 7. And then it gave me all these characteristics. And I'm like, fuck, like, that's true. Fuck, that's true. And, like, I know there's, like, a lot of people that are like, like, fucking, that don't like astrology. It's like, of course you're going to say, I have this for your characteristics or whatever. But, I don't know. I just know that, especially, like, compatibility-wise, I have to date another fire sign or, like, a sign that, Scorpios, I can fuck with those. Leos and Sagittarius. Those are, like, the only 3 signs I feel like I could genuinely build a relationship with. So Leos and Sagittarius, both fire signs. Scorpios are water signs, which is a little iffy for me, but they're ruled by Mars like Aries is. So it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Scorpios are aggressive too. And they're the number 1, like, sex sign.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Like, the most, like...
I also heard we weren't talking, but I was on Twitter and I follow the young Kundalini, aka the Hood Witch. I don't know if you follow her.
Yeah, I follow her. Yeah.
Okay. And she was previously dating a Sagittarius, and she was asking, like, if Sagittarius, if all of them have big dicks, because the Sagittarius that she was with had big dicks.
I've only messed with two Sagittarius. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say yes, but one did and one was, like, average.
Yeah, so a little, okay.
Yeah.
But she was asking, like, her followers, and, like, that's what they all said. So I wonder, like, I know Scorpios, like, they're really intense with, like,
yeah, but
sex,
I messed
like,
with 2 Scorpios, and one was not packing at all.
Oh, is that the one that we were talking about earlier?
Yes.
Okay. I can't say. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, okay. So I need to watch what I say then.
Yeah, because like I said, we're trying to do the code names, you know what I mean? Trying to make it...
I'll slip up. Because I was already slipping up.
Yeah. But, like, you don't know a lot of them.
It could vary, though.
You've only met one of them, huh? Bridge?
Yeah.
You've only met him, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. That's so wild. I don't know. Yeah. I just, like, I swear to God, sometimes with myself, like, I don't get it. I'm like, do I, like, because I feel like lately I've jumped from one relationship or situation to the next. Like, the gap between Bridge and the other one, he doesn't have a fucking name.
I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, my birthday was April, and I met the other one, and I didn't meet him, but I ran into him in April. And so I think it was like a week and a half apart.
Really?
Yeah, the jump.
Oh, yeah, because you were already talking, like, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the jump between the other one, which he really needs a name, but he's just such a, oh my God.
The asshole?
The fucking just piece of shit, scum of the earth.
Yes.
That's the only guy that I used to mess with that I fucking genuinely hate.
That you would not.
You know why, though? When you fuck with my money,
yeah.
Me and my money is close.
Yes. Don't mess that up.
Do not fuck with my money. And he owes me like $1,700, so we'll talk about that later. And then, yeah, the jump between him and Ghostbuster technically is a day. Technically is a day because he moved out, and then the next day is when I started talking to Ghostbuster. But the gap, like, we stopped hooking up and everything like that like a month prior or something like that. So a month, I guess.
That's not
in
bad.
Between, but
that's not bad.
I know, but ending one situation completely, moving to the next a day, and I'm like, girl, that's a problem.
I mean, I got out of my like long-term, well, sort of long-term relationship and got with my baby daddy / husband, like it was like 2 months.
Oh, that's not that bad. Because I don't know.
But girl, that's from like being with someone, like having an apartment together, like serious relationship,
okay.
like serious.
Yeah.
Him proposing to me saying no, serious.
Woo, okay.
And then going
to your future husband.
Yes.
Damn.
2 months.
So how many times have you been engaged? Or no, proposed to?
Twice.
3 times for me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See, I said no to him because that motherfucker, he's a Virgo, which, by the way, Virgos are fucking psychotic. Y'all need Jesus. You need life counseling. Like, no. The only Virgo that I like is anything for Selena's because that bitch is bad and I love her.
Okay, no.
But
because Cancers and Virgos for me.
No, I do not fuck with them.
It. Bridge is a fucking Virgo, and he's fucking
that
psycho.
That explains so much.
Yes.
I can see that. Virgos are...
I can't.
Dude, they will gaslight the fuck out of you. Like, the fuck out of you.
Dude, my grandma's a Virgo, and my aunt is a Virgo. And
which
my
aunt?
God. The one that works for the clubs.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if she wants me to shout her out, so I'm not going to say her name.
Yeah.
But the one that works for the clubs.
Yeah.
Not the one that day drank with us.
Yeah.
She's a Capricorn.
That's what I like. Dude, she is so I mean, I like both your aunts. Like,
yeah, they're both tight.
Yes, I have my Pilates class at 4, so I love her.
She's
like,
the Virgo.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, well, I mean, I don't know her like that. I didn't get that type of energy. But let's just say Virgo men and mostly a lot of Virgo women, lunatics. But I know he was only proposing to me as a way of getting me to try and stay with him. And it's like...
trapping you.
Yeah, and it's like, fuck you. No, I'm not. No.
Yeah.
Does not work that way.
The last time I got proposed to was, like, the most traumatic one. Like, straight
Who was
PTSD.
It?
None of the guys that I've ever mentioned. His name, we called him Belly.
You did mention him, and I think you told me, yes, okay, yes.
So, I don't know if I should say why we call him Belly. He does have a big belly, but that's not what we call him Belly. We call him Belly because he looks like the rapper Belly. Oh my god. That's a whole nother fucking...
Didn't he end up hitting, like, I don't think you've talked to him recently, but like...
No, I haven't talked to him
during,
recently.
like, you guys stopped talking, and then when I had first met you, like, during that time, he started hitting you up again, randomly.
Probably.
And you, your cousin, like, I remember you told me, she was all like, dude, or no, you had hit up your cousin, you're like, guess who texted me, and she guessed that it was him, like, and you were like, how the fuck did you know?
No, my cousin's really weird like that. I'll be like, guess who hit me up, and she'll be
she knows
immediately guess who I'm talking about, and I'm like, ew.
Stop.
Like, stop
Being right.
For real. But yeah, oh my god, it was so I literally am closing my eyes right now and I can replay it in my fucking head. And he proposed to me in front of his friends and one of my friends, and I just laughed. I just laughed at him. I just laughed at him the whole motherfucking time. And okay, so the first time I was proposed to, I was living in a different state, and the guy was like,
when you were in
Oregon.
Yeah.
And I guess I need to give details, whatever. So I was living in Oregon. I was depressed as fuck, and he knew that. I fucking hated that place, bro.
I was depressed as fuck, so this dude wanted to marry me.
Yeah, no, he was like, I'll fly you back, and we can get married. You can move in with me, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, no.
Haha, no.
No. I mean, we were, like, talking, I guess, like, I dated him. I was in 8th grade, and I was in 7th grade, or 8th grade, and he was in a freshman.
Oh, okay.
He's 2 years older than me, I think.
Okay.
I don't know, whatever. This is not when he proposed to me, but that's when I started talking to him.
Yeah, since you
And by the time he proposed to me, it was after high school.
Okay.
Had ended. And then the second one, it was like a joke, but we were talking about, like, money.
Mm-hmm.
And he turned to me, he was like, hey, Erica, want to get married? And I was like, sure. But we didn't fucking clearly.
Yeah.
That was, so, the crazy one.
Mm-hmm.
The other crazy one.
Yeah.
And then the last one was, this guy Belly. And I just remember him, I don't know, dude, he wanted me...
Didn't he have, like, a ring and everything, or no?
Girl, I don't remember, because, again,
you just
my
blocked
fucking brain
everything
blocked
out.
it out. Okay, my brain blocked it out, because I was like, no.
Yeah.
So he was like, I was 19 at the time, he was 31 or 32. Oh, and he was already married.
There's that.
There's that. But we'll get into that because that's a whole other story. Did I ever tell you that? I don't even know if I should. I'm going to save it. Because that's a whole other episode.
No, we should have an episode about married men and how much they are trash. Because I have a fucking story.
I have another story too.
Yes.
Which, fair warning, I did not have sexual relations with any of these men, okay? I never had sex with them. Orally, anally, nothing, okay? But, I mean, Belly, I did, like, kiss him a few times. But... yeah, because he's gross, too. He's not gross, actually, but...
just the thought of, like, what he would do. Like,
well, okay, I have a really specific type.
Very specific?
Very specific. But if you know me, I tend to travel outside of that type, because then I feel like, oh, I'm too fucking, like, stubborn.
Yeah.
And... which we'll talk about, but yeah, we'll talk about.
We have a lot to talk about.
We really do.
There's gonna be a lot of different episodes, and also like I don't want it like it's not gonna just be about men and like.
No, we have like a lot of other shit.
Yeah, like that's just gonna be one of the things that we grace over, but like you gotta wait and see because there's a lot that we got
a lot of shit to talk about, and we are not men haters. Clearly, she's married. I do not hate men. Yeah. I'm just a little frustrated with some of them at the moment, but I definitely don't hate men. Men can
still be trash, and you can still...
yeah, like you always used to say, fuck men, even though I'm married, it's still fuck men.
Yeah.
Like, honestly...
it's always fuck men.
Always
I have a son, and...
it's still fuck men.
Like, I love him, but no.
Yeah.
But then again, like, I know, like, I would never raise my son to be how...
me either.
So it's just, like, that's why I could say that, because I know that's not...
honestly, I feel like... meeting the parents is so pivotal before getting into a committed relationship.
Yeah.
I've noticed because...
yes, because I met my mother-in-law when me and Alex were still just hooking up. Like, oh yeah, like, for people who say men don't wipe clothes, they definitely do. I can tell you that. They definitely do, so don't let that play you. But...
that's true. Look at all these damn strippers coming up in the world. Which, we are pro-sex work here.
Oh,
all the love to the sex workers. No shade.
If I was a fucking millionaire, I would give all my money to you. Like, to just sex workers and trans people. Like, everyone they would all take my money.
That's why I don't go to strip clubs because, well, by the way, I'm pansexual.
Yeah.
So.
I guess you could say I'm like. It's hard for me to put like a title because I don't want to say I'm bisexual. Yeah. But then like I'm not heterosexual, so I'm just sort of like whatever.
I just say I never for the long time I was like in denial, and then I was like okay I'm bisexual, but now I'm just like I don't really give a fuck. So I just say pansexual because that's anyone and everyone. Yeah. Human.
True.
So. But yeah, no, so I would be definitely. That's why I stay out of the strip clubs because I'll be like, okay, what is your bank account number? I will wire you all my money. Like, so that's why I stay out of clubs. But yeah, I love strippers. We'll talk about that later.
Yes.
But shit, what were we fucking talking about?
Oh, but
wife and hoes.
Yeah, no, but like when me and Alex are still hooking up, like we weren't even together.
Yeah.
I had already met his mom, and the day like I don't even want to. No, okay, so we got together like one night, and then literally the following morning, he had met my mom, and like she never met him before, and all I said was, "Oh, mom, by the way, this is my boyfriend, Alex." Like,
hey.
Yeah, but I mean. We've been together for almost 5 years, so something must have gone right.
Yeah.
Along the way.
So I used to be super paranoid about like hooking up with guys like the first night you meet them, which I still technically have never.
Really?
Technically, I've never like hooked up with a guy the first time I met them. Technically, but so I was listening to the podcast, RuPaul's podcast, What's the Tea? Do you know who Michelle Visage is?
Not really.
Okay, well anyways.
Unfortunately.
She's like, what do they call her? The godmother to the drag queens or some shit. So I was listening to their podcast and she was talking about her husband who she's been married to for over 20 years or whatever. I get that was a different time, but she hooked up with him the first night she met him, and they've been married.
Yeah, so did Chrissy Teigen and John Legend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I was like, I guess that kind of like softened the idea for me.
Yeah.
I don't know, but so with the last one, even though I had known him for 2 years, even though we never really talked,
yeah.
I hooked up with him that first night, and I was like, oh, okay, this is not that bad.
It's not.
No, especially the way he handled it after, like.
But it's like, how I see it, you can literally do everything by the books the right way, like.
And shit will still not work out.
Exactly. So when people try to say that, I'm like, okay, like, congratulations to you. You wasted your time doing that, but I still got good dick, and I realized that I didn't want, that from them, so kick them to the curb. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, we said that we're going to talk about a race. To, like, explain.
Oh, yeah. Okay, go.
Okay, so I am just mixed with a bunch of bullshit. Okay, so I'm Black, Mexican, Italian, and Native American. Pasquayaki, to be exact.
Yes, because those bitches out there, you know who you are.
What do you mean?
There's people out there that like to claim, oh, well, I'm...
Oh, Indian? Yeah. And they don't even know what the fuck they are?
Yeah, I'm like, what's the most common one that they like to say? I fucking forget. It's mostly white people.
Blackfoot or some shit, because, like, aren't Blackfoot or some shit, the Indians, or, sorry, not Indian, Native Americans that have straight hair?
I honestly do not know.
I got the, quote, good hair or some shit.
I honestly don't know. I'm not that, like, I don't know. But I know, like, it's mostly white people when they're talking about...
Oh, Navajo or fucking...
Yeah, like, or, what is that shit?
That shit?
It's not shit, you know what I mean? But, like, what's the name? Well, yeah, they're whatever. They like to...
I don't know.
Yeah.
I only know Arizona tribes.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's, like, a lot of other shit in the United States and even Canada, but I don't know. I don't remember.
I just, like, it's so dumb when people try to claim something like, oh, yeah, I'm, like, 3% this. It's like...
I really want to do the ancestry thing, though, because my grandma did, and she I don't know if she swapped herself, but I think she swabbed my great-grandma, and it was just like, we're from Mexico.
Straight up.
Straight up. Like, and then she did the whole, like, trace back.
Yeah.
And I have pictures from, like, 18 something. It's the craziest shit of, like, my 3 or 4 times great-grandma or whatever from, like, Chihuahua, Mexico or some shit.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's doing too damn much. I'm happy she did it, though, because, it did a lot. And I don't really know, like, I feel like my dad's side of the family is kind of a mystery, but that's where, like, the Italian comes from.
Yeah. But your mom is
I don't
Yaqui
know.
And what else? And...
Well, so my mom's dad is Native American, too. I don't know what kind of Native American he is. I could ask him. I don't remember what kind of Native American he is.
Okay.
And then, which I'm very fortunate because, so, I have 2 great-grandparents still living, which is weird.
Yeah,
most people don't even
weird.
have grandparents still living.
I don't.
Actually, when I was born, my 2 times great-grandmother was still alive.
Really?
Yeah.
See, my great-grandma, she passed away, like, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I want to say.
Shit, yeah.
So all I have is, and my dad's parents, they had him and his twin sister when they were
Your dad's a twin?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So my grandpa was like 50 something and my grandma was like 40 something. So by the time I was like growing up, they were already like old.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get to know them.
Well, backstory. I don't know what age my grandma had my mom. I would say like maybe 19. I don't really know. I could do the math in my head, but I don't feel like it. But my mom had me at 13.
Oh, yeah. You told me.
And my dad was 16.
Okay.
I think, or 17. I don't, like 16, I think.
See, my mom was 17 and my dad was 19.
My mom was 13. Well, my mom's 33. About to be 34. My dad's 37.
Yeah, so he'd be 16.
Yeah. So, and my dad's birthday's right after mine. April 18th.
He's an Aries too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My mom's a Capricorn and my dad's an Aries. But my dad's super chill. And, like, super fucking smart. That it's stupid. And I'm like, ew. But
can you not?
For real. And both of my parents are super artistic.
Yeah.
And I fucking can't draw a fucking stick figure, which is so stupid. Like, both of my parents, like, can draw full portraits of people from memory. My mom can make cakes, does hair, all kinds of shit, and I fucking am dumb as a doorknob.
Oh my god.
Like, just not artistic at all. But, I mean, I guess that's, like, a brief summary of me.
Yeah.
And what I am.
Yeah. Okay, so I am black. All I know is that, well, I'm black and Mexican, I should say. So on my dad's side, my grandpa, we don't really know his true identity because he ran away when he was like 13 or 14. Because he lived with his great aunt and she was very abusive. So we don't really know like
much about him.
Anything that's real. It's sort of just like whatever you've been told, and we don't know how much truth he was telling when he was telling everyone. So don't know too much about that. Think he might have been Creole, possibly.
Sure. Okay.
And then on my mom's side, her dad is from Mexico, Sinaloa, Culiacan, like Mexican through and through. However, his grandpa or great grandpa is Asian. So he migrated from Asia to Mexico and married a Mexican woman, had kids.
Damn.
Yeah. And then
got the whole mix up in there.
Yeah, and then my mom's mom is just Mexican American. I think her mom, like my great grandma, I want to say they're from Mexico. I don't know what part.
I really want to do the
honestly
ancestry thing. I heard it's on sale right now. Like the cheapest it's ever been. It's like $50.
See, I'm so scared because they say that like
I
they
know.
sell it, and I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know.
I would love to know too, because like
yeah.
I feel like I have no self-identity. Like when it comes to like my ethnicity, like my race. Like I don't really know. Like
wait, your race is like what you are. Your ethnicity is you're American.
No, that's your nationality.
Oh, well, fuck me. Okay, what is ethnicity then?
So your nationality is like the nation, like the area that you're born from.
Okay, yeah.
So like the country that you're born from. Your race is
race and ethnicity the same thing?
They're different. So you can be Latino or Latina, but you don't necessarily need to be like Mexican or like.
So is that your ethnicity?
Yeah. So our race. So I'm black.
Is your race?
Oh, fuck. Let me look it up.
We literally have fucking phones, computers, and everything sitting next to us, and we're over here trying to guess.
Someone broke it down. Like, okay, yeah, your race is race versus ethnicity. Because someone broke it down. They were like, my father's black. He's like a specific he's from Haiti, so he's like a specific specific tribe over there. But then he is also like.
I want to do more research on like my Italian side because of my. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Because of my last name, because my last name is Moore. Whatever. I fucking hate my last name, but I don't know why. I just so ugly. I don't know. So the Moore tribe, which was an African tribe, invaded Sicily and like raped. I don't know if they raped, but they made children over there, and so I wonder if that's where my like Italian side comes from, and we have that last name, or if it's just a coincidence. So I want to look into that. But go ahead.
Sorry. So race refers to a person's physical characteristics such as bone structure, skin, hair, eye color. Ethnicity refers to cultural factors, including nationality, region, culture. So you can say you're Hispanic or Latino, but that means that you could be Cuban, Mexican, Puerto Rican, South or Central American. However, when you say...
So is race more specific and ethnicity is more broad?
Yeah, so you can have multiple ethnicities, but only one race. That's
why?
I don't know.
Because I'm more than one race. But I know... You know
they
what
consider
I mean?
that mixed race.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't like this world. It's so confusing. Especially, I feel like America makes shit more difficult than it needs to be.
They really do. We're the only fucking people who use
the fucking metric system and not the whatever the fuck the other one's called.
Like, you really couldn't just make it easy?
Yeah, like, I don't know. This is the thing, and I was like, how I am about the U.S. is how I was about my high school.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not a fucking oh god, what is it called? Where you're like, fucking wear American flags and you're like, go America, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Patriotic.
Yeah, patriotic.
I'm not patriotic, but as soon as I hear other people talk shit about Americans or the U.S., I'd be ready to fight people.
Yeah.
And that's how it was about, like, the school I went to. Like, I went to one football game. I didn't really, like, fucking rep my school, but as soon as I heard someone talking shit, I was like, do you want to fight? Because I will fight you. Don't be talking shit about my school, you know what I mean? But, like, I really fucking hated that school, and I was not repping it like that, you know what I mean?
But as soon as you got defensive when you heard someone
I was like, I would be fucking defending them to the death. And I don't know why I'm like that, but, you know, I don't make sense. As people will soon realize, I contradict myself all the time. I'm a hypocrite.
Girl, same. Don't do that. Me right there doing it.
For real. Oh my god. Alright guys, well, that was episode 1. I want to keep talking for forever, but then we will have other shit to talk about.
We have so much stuff that we need to
talk about,
and that's going to be addressed over the course of however long this podcast goes
forever.
We gonna be forever.
For real. And yeah, thanks for listening. I'm sorry my voice is so fucking annoying. Please come back next week.
Sorry if it feels like it's all over the place.
Yeah, like I said, this is our first episode.
But also, we don't want it to feel like
scripted.
Yeah, like we just want the conversation to flow. Like if you're sitting here with us, like you could jump in and be like, "Yeah, bitch, like this way," you know, like.
But this is the thing, though. Like we're all over the place, so I feel like
that is very true.
Our conversations are probably still going to continue to be like this. However, a little more structured, maybe.
Yeah.
But
there's gonna be a set topic, but when we're talking about those topics, obviously other shit is gonna come up.
Yeah, like, because I always jump from story to story to topic, because that's just how my brain works.
Yeah.
But this is a podcast for anyone and everyone. Doesn't matter your gender or age. Well, yeah, your age, because I don't want like little ass kids listening to this.
You need to be at least 18 and older.
No, not 18. Like
kids,
15 and up.
Kids are fucking horrible these days. They get influenced by everything, and no.
That's true, but like at 16, I was mature.
But I can't. No, at 16, I was fucking stupid.
I mean, like, I was stupid, but I was still hella mature at 16.
I mean, sort of, to an extent, but, like, looking back now, being, like, a little bit older, like, no. Definitely would not be able to handle the shit that I have going on now.
Yeah, and I should have said this at the beginning of the show, but if you are a family member of mine, please do not listen. You can, like, support
You're saying this all the way at the end.
Because this is how my brain works. Hello. Listen, like, you guys can, like, support me, like, play it on mute, you know what I mean? Just keep looping it, getting them plays. But please do not listen, because I'm going to say a lot of stuff in here. Like, I don't cuss in front of adults, because it's weird to me. Like, unless you're, like, my friend.
Yeah.
But, like, I still never cussed. I've cussed in front of my mom by accident when I was, like, mad. But, like, I don't cuss in front of my mom, or, like, I don't know, it's weird. So, yeah, and I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff. And I just really don't need y'all to be listening. I'm be honest. And if you're a hater, hello. Continue listening.
Nice to see you again.
But yeah, so we will be uploading every week, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. Okay, so we had a bottle of champagne I was supposed to get, but my ass don't want to go get it.
We'll pop it off on it. Yeah, we gotta pop it.
Okay, let me go get it. Entertain.
So
I'll probably cut this part out, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, just cut it out.
Oh fuck, I forgot the glasses. Jesus Christ.
Girl.
A mess. Just
the one thing that we need in order to drink.
Alright, so I've never I'll just put the glasses right here.
Yeah, clink clink. Here's a little ASMR.
Right? So I've never popped a bottle of champagne before, ever.
This is the Bel Air, right?
Yeah, Bel Air, Rosé. that I've had for forever.
Dude, that's not that expensive.
No, it's not at all.
And people will be like trying to flex, like
Flex with a bottle of this. Like, this was $40. Calm down.
yeah, it wasn't even that much.
Um,
Like, even when I was buying the Vouv at the store, or when I was going to go buy it, like, I thought it was gonna be way more expensive, and it was like 40 something bucks. I was like, oh,
girl,
they be taxing in
really
Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas?
Yeah.
I'm really scared to open this.
You better pop it that way, please.
Girl, I know, but I'm like, fuck, I don't want to break a TV, break a picture, or shit. This shit is cold as fuck, too.
Is it?
Hell yeah.
Why are you pointing it
I'm
towards
sorry.
me? Like,
I'm sorry.
she has the whole ass bottle.
Do you know how to
pointed.
open this shit? Because I don't.
Oh, yeah, you take that off, and then you have to, like, you might not be able to because of your nails.
Yeah, I got hella long ghetto nails, but I love it. Oh, my God.
Let me see.
Do you just, and it just...
Yeah, you have to, like...
Can you should record this.
Okay.
Fuck, my hands are freezing.
Hold on. Snapchat, Instagram, regular camera.
Regular camera? With the, the fancy shit to make it look nicer. This shit is on here strong.
What fancy shit?
Don't they usually get a thing, like a cloth to like pop this?
You can.
I could just like popped while I was sitting here. It'll be good. This is a whole ass mess. I'm so sorry, guys. You can hear my fucking house shoes and shit. You can hear my house shoes in the back sliding and shit.
What happened to your fish? It died.
Listen. So I'm scared to have fucking kids.
Obviously it died.
All of them. Even the snail.
Really?
Twice. I tried twice. It just don't fucking work.
That's bad.
Man. It don't work. I cannot get this shit to open.
No? Oh, there it goes. Oh. Oh.
I'm scared this shit's about to be strong.
Ooh. That was cute.
Cute. Alright, guys, well.
Dude, I should have brought the bottle of champagne that I got.
We're trying to get fucking fucked up. We already had wine.
I know.
Ooh, ASMR. Alright, guys. Thank you for tuning in to episode number 1. Cheers to many more.
Yeah.
Growing onward and upward. This shit is nasty.